there's a arm throw, which we're coming over the shoulder, and then there's a shoulder throw. My favorite of those three is a shoulder throw, or only going to the elbow. The drill's the same, no matter how you slice it. Okay, so we're gonna step here, except this time now what we're gonna do, instead of coming all the way through and staying on our feet, we're gonna do a double knee drop, okay? And with double knee drop, it's gonna lend itself to a shoulder throw as well as an arm throw. So we're here, step with our off foot. I'm a left leg lead, so I always step with my left. So left here, and then all in one motion, and I'm pivoting here and going to both my knees. So right here, all the way down. And then eventually we're just gonna put our forehead on the mat. So step here, right there, and then as this comes through, it's all one motion. I'm gonna spin, double knee drop, and be facing that direction. Okay, with the partner, don't worry so much about your grip right now. With the partner, it'll look like this in post, okay? So I'll step here, step. Okay, so just head, forehead to the mat. I gotta be deep when I do this. Again, we're not dealing with a partner yet, but if I try to step here, just barely step in, and here, it's not gonna work. You can come out, circle out front, underhook my belly, he might cartwheel over the top with this post in his head, but if I'm deep, step deep here, okay, and you're boom, here, and then I spin. Look how deep I am right here. I'm between his legs. Now I just put my forehead to the mat. I know that I need to, this leg needs to come here. So either way, I'm gonna adapt to which side, which arm I have. So if I'm here, yes, I'm gonna go here. But there are some guys out there, and I noticed that if the guy's posting this side right here, okay, I know to get here, which way do my hips need to turn? This way. So I can turn this way. So it doesn't matter which lead leg I have, as long as I know that I'm going to turn the way that I need to get to my shoulder throw, okay? So here, yes, I am starting with my lead leg. I'm just turning a different direction. And it doesn't really matter to me because either way, my hips are coming underneath. Okay, so if he comes here, I'm leaving here. Okay, I'm still going to step here. Boom, my hips are underneath. If he posts here, if you're wondering, well, which way do I turn? Just do this with your off hand, not the hand side that he has. But if I'm here, I go here. Okay, so I know I'm going to step here, and I come back here. So it doesn't really, I don't want to complicate things, but the point I'm trying to make is you don't necessarily need to change your lead leg up. So if you're more comfortable with your right leg lead and he posts here, okay, well now I'm going this way, okay? If I'm leaning right, he's here, okay? Which way I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go this way. As long as my hips are underneath him, okay, so I pressure in, he pressures back, that's the only time it's usually gonna work, okay? We'll work on a few setups I have for there, but let's just go basic. Also, picture that I have a piece of Velcro on my chest and he has a piece of Velcro here. I want to try to get it where his forearm is resting on my chest, okay? There are times where, we got to go for broke. Maybe we need 4 late in the match. I can come here and still do it. There's still an opening. But ideally, this will mean that he's tighter and he's probably going to go over a lot easier. There's a little bit more play in his arm here in this situation. It's not saying you can't do it, but it's ideal if I do pressure in here and he pressures back now, here's a good opportunity. Top, put the forehead to the mat. Try to get a little bit push in, try to get him clamped down to you. And a lot of times guys will eat that up because when I push into him, he'll naturally go collar tie. So here, boom, see he goes collar tie right here. And now I'm already stepped in. Okay, and then I can just turn on it. Okay. And nowadays that's 4. In Greco you get 2 4s, match is over. And freestyle, of course, difference is 2 but 4 points. So not here, boom, I can sit on top here. Okay, now this puts a lot of weight on his chest. Okay, and I don't move. So don't try to change your grip. I'm still on my elbow, I'm here. I just get on my heels, get off my butt. I can easily pin this guy here. This goes for folk style too. Just stay here. Get your count at least. Get the fall possibly. If it's folk style, of course. The last one is straight to a trap arm. Here. Boom. he goes up, and he bellies out. As he bellies out, I'm going to catch this trap on. Okay? And then trap on is a whole other discussion. But in folk style, of course, I can go bar. I'm going to hit straight to my bar. Okay? Use what you have. Yeah.
For the moment you're staying on them, would you lose, like, if you switch kind of like to Edmonds, would you lose a lot of pressure there?
When I switched,
Like if you take your right arm out,
yeah, because when I do this, this takes a lot of weight off it. And I could maybe come here, but I mean, if I can get comfortable, just stay here. Get off your butt, take your heels in the mat. Changing directions, in my opinion, if I can get a lot of speed and power going straight through them, I'm just going to keep going that way. Okay? So if I am out here faking, right here, just like this, you're always going to start like that. So make sure your back leg recovers. So far from space, okay? Here, might go freezing right there. Just a little baby step right here. Yeah. Right back to my feet. Inside wrist, that's kind of my position one. The reason why this is so effective is because I'm pulling everything down here, right there, and also I'm controlling wrist. There's so much I can do from here. It's so simple. The reason why your thumb down is because if he tries to turn out, he's opening himself up to a waist attack here. Okay? If I'm here, he can still probably stay pretty tight and turn his wrists and still be in a pretty good position. Okay? So I'm here, head up, chest up, and just a few simple things this leads to is just the most basic thing is just a simple drag here. And I can step in here. If I want, I can go outside step here. So this is kind of like a hook, right here, like a hook, like a boxer. Right there. And I'm pulling him down. So the biggest difference is that it's an outside step. So if we're here, either side, is that it's an outside step. And I turn my hip like I'm a boxer throwing a hook here, right there, and then go straight to your gut.
That's nice. Do that again.
So here, wrist. Okay. Also, with these wrists, there's just so many unlimited drags here. So if I come here, I can go waist attack. Same thing. There.
Where are you going from there when you go to the waist?
Waist attack, I mean, Greco, if you're comfortable with it, you know, belly to belly. Most simple thing is when you're first learning is I'll just go double knee drops up here. So I just go wide knees, and it's kind of like you're trying to pants someone, but that grip is coming down. Remember, we can't go below the waist. So when I'm pulling, my elbows are here, and I'm pulling down. So I got my lock here, and I'm pretty tight. Kind of like almost hiking them. Is I am Alexander Karelin right here. What he always did is he would have this on his outside hip and pushing here. And this is pressured up. There's a lot I can do from here. Is guys will try to take the pressure off by circling this way, and they run into shoulder throw. If they're of course moving this way, so it's here, push down, up, resting on my thigh, right there. Cross collar position, right here. I really like this because I can go, I'm already set up for my drag here. I can run through it with, so chest to chest, I can come through with a spin. Right there. So all it is, it's nothing fancy. It's just wrist, tricep, in, right there. The there's not a lot he can do here. Same as the, so right here, all very similar, you know. Greco isn't complicated. It's just kind of being, a lot of it's hand fighting, you know, knowing positions, making sure your hips are underneath you, not getting overextended, drag, and I'm gonna throw my hook, okay, to his waist. Oh. Right there. And if I got good enough, I can keep my trap right there. My favorite, or spin. When we do a spin, we come all the way through. Okay, and there's a lot of different ways to do this. Is, you know, some guys will come here and they'll have it locked in their hip, step through. Oh. It's all the same because my hips are outside of his. The other throws, we were all aligned. We were here. We were here. Straight that way. Now, here. What you have to remember is, if we're doing it slow, punch the ceiling, come down to the ground. Okay? Here, punch all the way through. Boom, right there. Footwork. And then, as long as you get your hips out, some guys prefer stepping here. Some guys prefer stepping here, coming through. But I still like this tie right here. I'm still coming all the way through, but I like this tie because it's most common. It's because guys are always going to tie up with you. They're always going to come collar, okay? And I still have that opportunity to shoot all the way through. So if I want, let's first just start out with this way. I'm just going to step all the way through, punch the ceiling, punch the ground. Boom. I can still finish the same way we talked about here. Down here. He rolls out and go trap. But while we're punching the ceiling, coming down to the ground, try it with this grip. Okay, right here, because here sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit too tight. If I come here, I might get stuck. You might body lock me and take me back right there. Boom. So I like this because I feel like it gives me as much, a little bit more flexibility. So you can,
Bob, can you do your footwork real slow?
Yep.
Exactly what you're
The
doing?
thing about this is you don't need a ton of pressure in. And this one, you can kind of do it where it is slow here, but you can do it kind of at a breakneck speed. So if you have a guy come out, and as soon as he posts on you, you go. And the beauty of Greco and freestyle is you have that free slip. So if you slip, no harm, no foul, come back up. Okay? So here, boom. So I come here, I'm already stepped here. So if he posts here, I'm going to shoot his leg through. And as I do that, I'm going to turn, punch the ceiling, come forward. Boom. That's a little bit exaggerated. I usually wouldn't leave my foot and turn. I'm just going to step through and turn here. Boom. Here. So I like an outside step. I'm already here. And all it is one step. Turning my hips. Outside step. I'm already here before he even touches me. And once he touches me, here, turn. As long as my hips are to the outside. You know, I know there's the, you know, here, here, here. But as long as you get your hips out, okay, here, I'm already here before he starts. He touches me, step through. Turn down. Here's my opening. Step through. Oh. Same side that we're gripping. Okay? Here. 1. Step through. 2. Now I'm going double knee drop for the purpose of the drill. But in a match, if I do this, boom, I'm not going to hit my knees right here. I'm going to drive this until I'm looking at his belly button. Okay. Don't hit your knees on this. I'm just kind of doing that for the purpose of the drill. Once I get my hips up, boom, here, I just keep turning and looking at his belly button. 100 different ways to do a gut. This is just the way I do it. So the way I do it is I like to just kneel on his back leg, and this is freestyle or Greco, okay? With my other leg, I'm gonna go, I like to jam them, okay? I don't need to spend time kneeing him in the ribs. I'm just setting my knee right here, okay? And all I'm gonna do is come around, so not cross face, but around his, underneath his armpit, and lift him and come deep here, okay? The reason I like to jam him here is so he can't circle out this way. If he tries to circle, roadblock. If he comes this way, circles this way, he's just going deep into my tight waist, okay? So when I'm gutting this guy, I'm gonna be on the floating ribs, so lower ribs here. So once I get this deep, I'm just gonna come here. And I like this to be, if I'm gut, because I like to gut right. So, but he doesn't know that. So I'm gonna come here, and this arm is here. And I got my butterfly lock. For your lock, you know, lighter guys, as deep as you can, okay? Maybe middleweights, come here. Anybody can do this. Squeeze, squeeze, okay? So I come here, lift, here, boom, okay? Now, I like, you know, come back to square, right here. So I got my knees on the outside, here, and now he doesn't know which way I'm gonna go, okay? So it's kind of an element of surprise. You know, there's so many different setups. You know, I can give him a little shoulder this way and see how he's already turned that way. That's what I want. But, and to come back the other way. But for every gut, I want to be able to have, my steps are, my first step is stepping in between his legs. Also, I'm going to step on his balls. Forward, till I hit a knee. Other one. Forward, till I hit a knee. Lift. Shoulder. In his what's that? Yeah, right there. Above his ribs. Lat. Here. And when I get to here, I got to pick him up a little bit, get him off the mat, and step out. Okay, now I can arch him through it. Like that. But the forward pressure is the most important. Face that way. Forward pressure is the most important thing. It's because if I don't have forward pressure, he's not going to go if he's, you know, if he's worth a damn. So here, after I've already gotten my lock, step up, try to step on his balls, forward, step forward, boom. Arch him through. Okay. Forward pressure, one more time. I want you to face this way. Right here, you have this. Casey starts trying to move forward on me. Yeah, his ribs here. Right there. Okay, get my lock. Floating ribs. Here. I'll come back to square right here. Doesn't know which way I'm going. Okay. When I do decide to go, real quick. Step forward. This is key. If my hips are out, don't go to your knees here. Keep turning until you hit his, you look at his belly button. I might be on my belly and he's still fighting, but he's gonna go. There, okay? So don't, I'm just slow, here looking at his belly button. He's eventually going through.